go today, Coach?
We've had a good 5 days. I thought today, as a football team, on all sides of the football, we didn't play up to our standards. We didn't. I didn't like today. I've liked everything up to today. Hopefully, we take today as a learning experience, and just too much inconsistency today. But overall, I think we've had some good work in. We've got a lot in, offensively and defensively, and I think our guys, obviously get to that point about 4 or 5 days in where guys' legs start to get a little bit heavy. I think mentally, it's all the install, everything we've been putting in is starting to wear on our guys a little bit. And this is a time when you got to be mature as a football team, strong, and fight through the difficult times. Both young guys and older guys. So it's about where you expect to be.
You had a couple guys sit out today. Jeremiah, Tyler, Marcel. Anything serious with those guys?
No, Marcel, we expect him back on the weekend. The other guys, they should be back tomorrow.
Is it common, Bo, for new players to kind of get overwhelmed at this point, just because this is typical of you guys just installing it and throwing a lot at them early on?
Yeah, a little bit. That's we have thrown a lot at them, especially some of the guys that probably struggle the most are the younger guys. I think offensively we struggle because obviously we're a little bit ahead defensively, and that's always works. You should be ahead. A little bit ahead defensively at this point, especially we have some veterans, some guys that have a pretty good understanding of what we're doing, and our offense is trying to not only learn their stuff but keep up with the defense. And I think it showed a little bit today, but I just wish we would have shown. At times we didn't show good composure out there and as a football team, but. That's part of the deal. That's hopefully a learning process, part of the learning process for our team.
Is that mainly the offense getting frustrated? When you say,
I think so, but I saw it. But I saw a couple. It happened throughout our team at times. I mean, it wasn't a lot. It didn't happen a lot, but 1, 2, 3 times is too many. I said there were a couple guys I saw on offense that were frustrated with their assignments and. We're getting a little overwhelmed and lost it. You have to go to the next play. There are going to be mistakes made. You go to the next play and try and execute the next play. You can't compound the problems by a mistake by losing your composure and losing your focus and concentration. And that's, like I said, that's part of the maturing of a player and of a football team.
Did you welcome the cooler weather?
We've had plenty of hot weather. Our guys, doesn't make a difference one way or the other. You got to be ready to play in anything that comes out. It doesn't really make a difference to me whether it's hot or not. Our guys, they went through the whole summer and it was hot, so they're pretty much accustomed to handle whatever's thrown at them.
Coach, getting the pads on, how much can you better evaluate a player with the pads?
Well, we've had pads on for 3 days. I mean, not full pads today, but the evaluation, it's an everyday thing, and it's you have to be able to practice in different tempos, different gear. That's part of the deal, and I don't think the evaluation changes one way or the other.
Well, what did you see start to finish from Baker's style last year, and then where can he kind of take what he learned from last year and go with it?
Well, I think Baker, he had a good year, and I think he's got a lot of room to grow, and he understands that. And I think he had a better, a good summer. I think he looks faster and quicker than he was last year, and I think he has a chance to, keep progressing as a football player, and that's what we want out of all our guys.
You said guys like Sue and Crick around him since he's been here. What benefit are those guys in kind of his development, learning from those guys?
Well, it's good to play, learn from good players and be around good players, but in the end, you got to take your God-given talents and get better and play within the defense and execute. They're Sue or Crick or anybody else. They can't play for you. You have to work at your trade and what you've been given and get better on a daily basis.
Well, you kind of said last year that Levante David played a little bit outside the system, maybe, I guess, to try and phrasing, just as far as maybe freelancing a little bit out there. How do you expect him to kind of evolve as he goes into the second year?
Well, Levante's an instinctive guy, and he never really played outside of the system, but he wasn't in our system enough to know the intricate details of it. And but he was still able to make plays, which I think shows that he's going to be able to hopefully even take as phenomenal a year as he had last year. I think he can be even better. I think he'd be the first one to tell you that. He's going to grow as a player. And, what he was able to do in such a short amount of time last year was pretty extraordinary.
Looking at Carson, quarterback, how has he kind of done so far since Cardinals started?
He's done okay. He's got a long way to go. Breon's, he's a talented guy. He's got to keep, taking better control of the offense and being a leader in the huddle and keep developing. I see a lot of good things, but I see a lot to fix. And, he joins a lot of other guys in that category.
You guys have mentioned depth at linebackers. I know it's only 5 practices, but have you seen some guys emerge? Have you seen some things, some clarity maybe at all with those?
It's too early. Guys? Too early to tell. We have some guys that we need to step up, and some are making progress, but no one's in the position that we feel real comfortable about it yet.
How's Sean Fisher been coming back from that injury?
Sean's had a good camp so far.
Is there any developments on Starling today? Is he status quo?
Status quo.